I say, chaps, welcome to the Ken Burton Show, episode 20. Marvellous. So, on the forums and stuff, a lot of people said to me, why do you only play Team Deathmatch all the time? Why don't you play other games? So we thought, well, okay, let's have a little game in Search and Destroy. Never actually played this, so, ooh, there's a treat for us all. Now, speeded this up slightly because, well, to be frank, it's not good. And it doesn't really make for good viewing unless it's slightly faster. But, what happened? Okay, my teammate said, go find somewhere to defend, and just defend. Alright, so I'll do that. Balls. Alright, what am I doing now? Well, I'm doing nothing now, am I? Spectating. I'm just watching people run around. Well, that's no fun, is it? So, anyway, I watched this guy run around for a little while, and obviously, oh, balls for him. And round loss. Whee! So, we're off again. Don't quite understand the concept of this, but okie dokie. So we're off again, and they're saying to me on the mic, I say, what do you do? What do you do? What do you want me to do? Ken, go and defend, go and defend, go and defend. So I'll go off and defend, and you'll see, for once, I don't have a thermal on. Yay! So I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to defend. Balls. So now I'm spectating, and I get balls, then I'm spectating, then I'm ballsed. Not good. I said, Jeremy, have you painted your gun? Yes, Trissy, it's a lovely pink now. Oh, I say, it's like my bedroom. People, I cannot stress this enough. Do not use the javelin while you are under a bridge. It is 9 good. 9! Not that the javelin is that bad as a ground weapon, as you clearly see here. When I actually do find some space to shoot the bloody thing, I actually get a few points, which is rather marvellous. So, pointing it down there, and perfect weapon for this, you know, I just love this weapon, javelin. I'll probably not call it a stinger again, I promise. Okay, thank you. And we are into a team deathmatch on estate. Now, this might shock you, it might shock you, but I'm actually getting quite bored of using the thermal sight. And I've decided I'm probably going to switch now and go to iron sights, okay? This is going to be my last match with the thermal. No, really, I promise, no more thermals. I might even be persuaded to remove my noob tube. I might. Now, you'll see here I've got a snippy rifle on. Quite a few people have said to me, why don't you make a vid with a snippy rifle? Okay, so I've got the Barrett 50 cal, because I don't know really, out of all the snippy rifles, this is the one that I seem to be able to at least hold and shoot for a little while. So, good place to snipe, heading through that window at the bottom there, or that little building at the bottom there, but not good enough, man, because someone's gonna cap my ass. Just like that. Balls. And I just take a quick look at my weapons choice here and just say to myself, do I have one without the thermal? Do I have something with an iron sight? Nope, because I've got the thermal and everything. So I'm going to take it off in the next game. So that's it. No more thermals. No more. Right, okay, so let's carry on. And why? Why in God's name does Modern Warfare 2 keep doing this? You're fighting over one end of the map, and you're having a good game, you know, and you think you're right in there with the thick of it, and then you get killed and it dumps you right the other king side of the map, all the way over the other side, and you've got to spend all that time trying to get back to where you were. The only problem is that all the action that was happening where you were, it's now too late because everyone's dead, or everyone's alive, or everyone's moved on, and nobody's there anymore, so you've got to go and find where the action is now. Drives you nuts. Oh, burning car. Stay away from burning cars. That's one thing I have learned. Stay away from burning cars. They're no good for you. You can get injured playing with burning cars. So, whop down here and I do my typical, and this is what I'm getting bored of really, just chucking noob tube shots into these places. Now, I'm at level 56 now, so I don't really need to be doing this. I wonder if I should just start to concentrate on being a, you know, pro player now instead of a noob. Don't know. What do you think, guys? What do you think about that? You see, in relative terms, I don't want to become a camper, but I do like doing things like this, obviously, you know, because that's a comeback. But if I just camp here just for a little while, just stop running and gunning just for a bit, just lie down and wait and see what comes through that door, and hopefully I can get a few kills here. That's one on the board. Bit of a dangerous place to be because they can see me from the balcony, but you know, whilst the going's good, let's see if we can't, you know, take the odd person out, which is what we're doing here. And I think I get 3 kills in a row here, which for me is actually quite good. I know, stop laughing. For you, it's an everyday occurrence. For me, it's actually quite good, all right? So, come on, one more, or am I going to get capped? I'm going to get capped. Too long, waited too long, waited too long. Sure of it. Sure of it. Come on. There. So a shit team deathmatch on estate, but this was the first time I've ever done this, so I thought I'd share it with you, you lucky people. I am the last man standing. Yee-hee! My good mate over there, Josh, has got the bomb, although he's dead, so I'm going to go and take the bomb from him. There he is, lying on the floor, look asleep. And to be frank, I mean, as I say, I don't really know this game, but it seems a bit obvious that if I've got the bomb, I've got to go and put it somewhere. So, okay, let's have a little wander through here, trying to be very careful with what I'm doing. And you'll notice, no thermal. No thermal, guys. On the ACR with no thermal. Come on. Congratulations where congratulations is due. And I plant the bomb here. Unfortunately, I get capped, but I do get the bomb in. And that's the first time I've ever done that. And I will definitely be going back into here. Definitely. Alright, you can have a little bit more of a state. Oh, God. Right, okay. I walk through here. I walk past the car and I get sniped. Or I probably get shot. Or somebody blows me up. Or somebody rams a javelin right up my arse and says, here, shipper, have one of these, mate. Because I'm going to die. I know it's a defeatist attitude, but that's the thing, you see, and that's where I've got to. And that's why the time has come. I have to change my game plan. I just have to. So, as I say, after this game, there will be no more thermals. There will be no more noob tubes. There will only be good guns, good setups, offered by you. I burped then, sorry for the gap. I burped. Because at least it came out at that end. So, you know, this is the last you're going to see of this. And probably thank God. Because I want to do the job properly now. And you'll see the end of this match is just appalling again. And I just don't feel good about it. Because not only have I let myself down, I've let my team down. And that's sad. That is sad. Oh dear, what's the scores on the doors, Mrs. Doors? Oh crap. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to please rate, comment and please subscribe, and don't forget guys, go and visit the website www.thecombertonshow.com. Easy as that. Cheers guys, thanks for watching. I will see you all on the dark side real soon. As always, it's been a pleasure.
What up, Machinima? Big Optic Hex here from Optic Nation, coming at you with week 3 of top 5 kill cams of the week. This week we're going to start out number 5 with the Rise Tic Tac playing S&D in Scrapyard. Now the kill that you see here is the kill that you don't often see, which is what made this kill so awesome and definitely a top 5 worthy clip. Here he takes out a stun grenade, throws the stun grenade in the air, it blows up in the air, and with the power of the stun, was able to stun that already injured enemy to death, just like that. At number 4, we have the Redeemer playing S&D in Derailed, and here you're going to see a nasty jump shot over the fence to take that enemy's head off, just like that. Now look at this reaction time in the slow motion camera. For him to jump and still be able to take somebody's head off while in the air, definitely makes a top 5 worthy clip. At number 3, we have A Project playing S&D in Terminal. Here he's going to get a nasty wallbang no-scope into the cockpit to kill that camping ass camper. At number 2, we have IDTX playing S&D in High Rise. Here he's going to get a nasty spin into a jump, into a drag scope. No question about how sick that was. Listen to his reaction if you don't agree with it.
God, dude. Oh my fucking god.
They sure as hell do. That was nasty, but not as nasty as number 1, who is Exile_Truth, playing S&D on High Rise on the PS3. Here goes 1 dead enemy, and here goes 2 dead enemies. Drop shot, no scope. That's the way it's done. We love to see 2 dead enemies in 1 kill cam. Get more than 1 enemy in 1 kill cam, and you're guaranteed at least a top 3 spot in top 5 kill cams of the week. Listen to this question.
Did you record that?
Yes, he recorded that. That's why he ended up at the number 1 spot for week 3 on top 5 kill cams of the week. If you would like to visit our channel, please do so by visiting the address listed on the screen. Machinima, thank you for allowing me to post. This has been Optic Hacks. I'm out. Peace!
Hey, what up, dogs? Steve here. To the face, to the face. That's my catchphrase if you don't know who I am, and I say it because it's fun. It means like a headshot or an humiliation or something. And I have my own channel where I post Modern Warfare 2 videos, and now I post them on Machinima as well, because it's awesome. And I'm playing some Domination on Wasteland. And what I actually did, it's kind of controversial, if you can say that. I cut the first 4 minutes of this this match, basically, because I was playing like a little girl, actually, and it was really, really boring. I almost fell asleep watching my own video, and it's like, so I spare you the hassle of falling asleep. And we just come in back into the gameplay where I've just acquired a Harrier airstrike. And you're gonna see me get knifed real soon, so I was almost like rage quitting about here, and then I figured, you know, nobody wants to see a try hard getting a nuke on Wasteland. Like, what you want to see is some guy like you playing pretty aggressive and getting a nuke. So that's what I decided to do. First I like hang out in the outskirts of the map, and then I go in bananas later. But you're gonna see what happens. And as you can see, I'm using the FAL or the FAL. I'm not sure which is correct. And I'm using Bling with Red Dot and Silencer, and that is a really good combination because I myself, who is using the default sensitivity, I have pretty good accuracy with the FAL or the FAL. I gotta decide which one to go with, but I think I'm gonna go with FAL. Well, never mind. But so basically what I like about this gun is that it does a lot of damage, and sometimes you don't even need stopping power. Look at that collateral. But you don't even need stopping power sometimes, but I'm using it right now because when I'm using Silencer, I don't like having to shoot a lot of times at the same guy, like so I just rely on stopping power for this match. And my other perks are, as of course, Bling, and then I'm using Steady Aim, I believe, because I don't have Ninja Pro unlocked. I kind of recently prestiged. And look at that! Well, hello, Mr. Sniper in a house. What a elite guy. Well, and if somebody of you guys are, I think I perhaps said it in the beginning, but I am Swedish, that's why I have an accent. And for you who don't know me. And what are you gonna see me here? I just try to flank around everybody. I heard that there were a lot of people, you know, behind here. So I figured, you know, what the hell, let's just take them out. And they are just oblivious, so... And as a secondary I have the USP, which I think is a really good option for your secondary. Because you just whip that out like really fast, you know. Whip it out like your cock. I'm just kidding. And I pick up an Scar H, and I don't even have time to reload. And Scar H with thermal sight and grenade launcher, actually. And that is, I don't know why so many people like to use the Scar H with a grenade launcher and the thermal sight. I don't know. I preferred not using the Scar H at all. I don't know why. It's really not my thing. And Wasteland, you know, when you get that Harrier airstrike and the other team don't shoot it down, it's basically game over, you know. I think I have 31 and 4 kills right now, and my Harrier is just going to work. And classical nuke kill streak, Harrier, Chopper Gunner, and the Nukalicious. I think I have a lot of nukes on this map because air support on Wasteland is just banana hammock terrifying. And what you need to do when you see a Chopper Gunner in the air is either stay inside, which is kind of hard if you don't have cold-blooded, because you still can get taken out, but I would definitely recommend like telling your friend or a teammate or something to whip their Stinger class out and also try to shoot the air support down, because getting nuked can't be very funny. I think I only been nuked like once, and I think I said in some video that getting a nuke isn't that much fun, but I gotta take that back. Getting a nuke is hilarious, actually. And there you go. you know, just shoot the little red squares. It's kind of nice. So I think I joined one. I think I joined a mercenary team deathmatch once, and I was playing for like 5 seconds, and then somebody called in a nuke, and then I left because that's just not my fault. You know, I can't take credit for that. And so, what do you do when you get a nuke? You call it in. That's just what I did. And that's just not a lot to say about this. It's just I pick up my Scar H because I see somebody in there, and that's just game. It doesn't take that much, you know. The other team was kind of oblivious, and they get pwned. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my channel and rate this video, and have an awesome freaking day.
My name is Hutch. I post Call of Duty videos on the internet. You get it. You should know that by now. That's who I am. That's what I do. And sooner or later, I had to give you guys a match on Rust. And Rust is a stupid fucking map. I'm not usually the type of person that likes to complain a lot about Modern Warfare 2. There are a lot of flaws with this game. Infinity Ward could have done a better job in a lot of areas in this game. They patched a lot of stuff, so that's awesome. You know, I think that's good that they didn't just, you know, leave their game alone, even though it was, like, horribly broken. But Rust is just retarded. It's just a stupid map. And this is coming from someone that loved Shipment on COD 4. I played COD 4 a lot. I've played a lot of COD 4 in my life. And somebody maybe spawned, like, right in front of me. That little animation where they're doing that whole like crucifix pose and they like drop in the map and actually spawn in right in front of you, like maybe 5 times. And I played that map a lot. I mean, I've definitely played that map hundreds of times. In Rust, people spawn in front of you or inside you all the time, and the map is 3 times bigger than Shipment was approximately. I mean, it's bigger. It's noticeably bigger. And yet the spawn system on this map, and people will say, well, it's an issue of Modern Warfare 2 on the whole, and spawns in general are just broken in this game. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that in a game like Modern Warfare 2, where you can get shot and killed from 2 bullets, it's going to be really tricky to get a spawn system with that kind of dynamic perfect. Like, I don't think it's possible to have like the perfect setup with spawns in this game. But Rust is just bad. And so I throw all my normal etiquette right out the window whenever I play Rust. I'm all about just like spawn fuck the shit out of them. Like, I don't care. Like, if you want to spawn trap me, it's not going to bother me, because if you don't do it to me, I'm going to do it to you, and vice versa. So my setup recently has been the Predator missile, the Harrier strike, and the emergency airdrop, and you'll find out in just a moment exactly why it is that I like the emergency airdrop, because when it's good to you, it is really good to you. And on this map, I kind of messed up with the way that I threw it. It was like 2 UAVs and counter UAV and an AC-130. And as you can see in a moment, the AC-130 will absolutely wreck on this level. And if I was on the other team, I would have been pissed off, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it was fun. I liked doing this. So I started off with a double kill. Got a little straggler in this building here, but he's not gonna get very far. And now the carnage begins. So there's a triple kill, and immediately followed up with a quad kill, and immediately follow that up with another quad kill. So I got what is that, 8, 10, 11 kills in just a few seconds there. Looks like there's one more kill, 12 kills, and then get a triple kill. I got 15 kills with an AC-130 just like that. And I don't feel bad about it. If you're playing Rust, just spawn trap. Just camp and spawn trap them, because the map is broken, it's dumb, it's not good, and if you don't do it to them, they're going to do it to you. If you disagree with me, if you think that I'm a douchebag, I'm a heartless douchebag for spawn crapping on people like that, leave a comment, let me know. I will take your thoughts into consideration. If you have a different opinion of this map, if you think it's pretty good, leave a comment there. Basically, just leave a comment, let me know if you agree or disagree, but I've given up on this map. I don't even care anymore. All my etiquette just goes poof. Anyways, if you like these kind of videos with commentary, check out my channel. It's right there on the screen. Thanks again to Machinima for posting my videos and paying my bills. And I'm gonna go.
Hello guys, it's your, well, it's, well, this is an introduction, so I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Wings of Redemption. Well, my screen name is Wings of Redemption on YouTube. And, I basically make Call of Duty videos to help people play better and achieve higher kill death. Why would you watch me? Basically, I do weapon request and I do strategy request and basically help with rushing tutorials, camping tutorials, how to use weapons, what kind of damage each weapon does, what would suit your gameplay needs. I've always been told that first impressions are the best, so I decided to show off a dual nuke on my first game post on Machinima. As you'll notice, it'll be a little bit campy, but to get 25 kill streak twice in a game, well 24 in my case because I'm using hardline, you pretty much have to camp a little bit. Not all my games will be camping games, but it is what I'm known for, more of a defensive player. I am very capable of rushing, and if you guys would like, I will post rushing videos right along with these. If you like anything you see, you can check me out on YouTube at Wings of Redemption, and be sure to rate and subscribe as always. The weapon setup I'm using today is the Scar H. The Scar H is basically one of the heavy damage assault rifles. The assault rifles fall into three categories: heavy, which being the Scar H and the AK-47, medium damage assault rifles being, well, actually, the TAR-21 falls into the category of heavy as well. There's heavy and light. Light's like the ACR, the M4, and medium would be the F2000. F2000 is in a class of its own, has its own damage chart, its own red dot. Everything's unique about it. They put a lot more detail into the F2000, but it generally is, you know, the gun that requires the most skill out of the assault rifles to use properly. And the FAL is in its own class as well because it is semi-automatic, but it is also considered a medium damage. The Scar generally does not benefit too much from stopping power. I think it's a 2-shot close range, 3-shot long range without stopping power, whereas with stopping power it has a little longer range and it's a 3-shot kill. So you really don't benefit too much from using stopping power with the Scar H, but you can. And you can take advantages and use things such as cold-blooded, or in this case hardline, or lightweight. Lightweight works real well with the Scar H because it gives you the extra mobility you need to get away from people spraying you with bullets or shooting you in general. I'll go more on that on one of my rushing videos. You see, if you notice, I'm using the AC-130 instead of the chopper gunner. Main reason is I play ground war mainly, and ground war is a mixture of domination and team deathmatch. And at this point in the game, people run Stinger missiles religiously on ground war. If you notice, my Harriers, neither one of them gets, I think, well, one of them gets 1 kill. They both get 1 kill apiece. One of them gets with airstrike, one gets with the actual turret gun on the plane itself. And this is pretty much universal. The Harrier's not going to last long unless you luck out and roll a team of a bunch of Christmas kids, like I like to call them, because if you notice, there's a lot of easier players lately in the games. But even then, you're lucking out. 8 out of 10 times, you're going to run into people that basically are going to shoot your stuff out of the air right away. This is where the AC-130 shines. AC-130 isn't my pick for everything. If I'm playing regular team deathmatch or 6-on-6, chopper gunner, or in my case, I prefer payload. Works much better than the AC-130. But ground war, AC-130 all the way, especially if you compare it up with things such as Danger Close Pro, which increases the blast radius of explosives. It really tears up, especially with the 105 on the AC-130. Some other things about me is I also do gun history and lessons, which people on my channel generally like. I'll try it out on Machinima. As you see right there, I get my first nuke. Let's go back to the AC-130 topic real quick. The AC-130 isn't a guaranteed nuke, but it's guaranteed kills. You can get the nuke during the AC-130. I do it all the time when I'm running the AC-130 nuke combo. And it's just not as easy to get it as with the chopper gunner. It's like both cases here, I have to kill a little bit after the initial AC-130 to unlock the nuke, but it's generally only like 3 or 4 kills that you have to get afterwards. And a lot of that comes from like on this map, the plane. A lot of people can hide in the plane. The plane's very good cover for avoiding the AC-130, because the AC-130 is a lot harder to avoid than the chopper gunner in terms of hiding from it because of its big blast radius. The 105 pretty much has the blast radius of a Danger Close Javelin, and it has basically double the Danger Close Javelin's range with Danger Close Pro. So if you can get it inside the window of a building, you're pretty much going to kill everybody in that building. A lot of great places I like to use it in is basically like in Wasteland. Wasteland AC-130 owns because people like to hide in the cave, and there's 4 entrances to the cave, and you're pretty much going to see 2 of them at all times. You get a 105 into the cave, you're going to get a 6-man multi-kill, 7-man multi-kill, and then after that they're going to be spawning out in the open very easily to just destroy them at that point. Another place that AC-130 way outshines the chopper gunner, maps like Skid Row. Skid Row, a lot of people hide in the B flag, and you pretty much can put the 105 and the 40mm into windows and door cracks, and it'll kill everybody on B flag very easily. I actually don't know what to talk about. This is one of my first Machinima videos. I'm kind of nervous. I mean, more so, I'm usually more loose when I'm doing this, and I'm speaking in more of a Bonics tone, but I'm actually trying to be proper here. Best way to play Terminal. As you can see here, the best way to play this map is to hold A and C, and if all possible, don't take B. Leave them B to give the game some length. Because if you take all 3 flags, their spawn changes randomly like it was team deathmatch. Generally, if you take all 3 flags on this, they're going to spawn right behind where I'm standing right now, which is about next to the golf cart in case the video is outsynced. Which near the metal detectors, their whole team will spawn there if you take all the flags, and they'll trickle out and get A and C. But if you leave them B, they're going to spawn behind the plane, and they're going to spawn in front of the glass windows. As you can see, as you'll notice on my AC-130, I'll keep looking there toward them. See, I got there. I see they're spawning over there near the glass window. Hit them. I think their spawn changes here in a minute toward behind the plane. I have a miss right there. The way I like to use the AC-130, since we're still on the topic of it, is I'll shoot the 105, shoot the 40mm. If somebody's standing still, or there's a big cluster or group still, I'll take the 25mm Gatling guns and basically spray at an angle left or right real fast, like kind of whipping it around on the screen. Basically, 1 bullet from the 25mm on the AC-130 will kill. And at that point, well, it was just killing one thing. The game's winding down here. I push it real closely. If you can see, it's like 183 here. I was actually starting to panic, and but I noticed they're taking C here in a minute. Actually, I wanted them to take C. That's why I'm not moving. I wanted them to take siege so they'd have 2 flags out and slow the countdown. And generally I planned on them to come right around this corner. I know you're probably people going to castrate them for camping here, but if you're on the verge of 2 nukes, you'd camp a little bit harder too. Because especially on this map, there's a game people like to play called edging. Well, I try to stay away from the edging game if all possible. What edging is you see the corners on C and A. People like to slowly walk around them and try to shoot people as they see them. And it doesn't work real well, especially when you're building streaks. But I get my second nuke right there. I call it in, and I continually call in the other nuke. It says, tactical nuke already inbound. And all in all, I don't think anybody else has ever done the dual tactical nuke. It isn't that hard to do. But give me suggestions what you'd like to see as my next video. It's your boy Wings of Redemption signing out.
Hey guys, I'm going to be playing on High Rise Free For All today using the Mini Uzi, and did fairly well this match. And there are a few tips I want to show you guys because this is one of the main reasons I make these commentaries, is because I want to teach you guys some of the things I learned from playing, and you guys won't have to learn from your shitty mistakes like I did. So yay, free lessons for you. Okay, so basically what you want to do, which is a very essential thing to the game that I haven't seen many people addressing, is whenever you kill someone, you want to get out of at least the exact spot where you killed them. So if they do come back, you can shoot them in the back. Which kind of sounds horrible and pansy-ish, but you know, it's the nature of the game. So when I kill a few people here, I know they're going to be out to get me now because they're pissed off, because I think that was one guy I killed 3 times right there. And, or 2 people, but either way I wanted to get out. And so I run up, kill a camper, because camping doesn't really work in this game because you're going to get flanked or something, because I noticed in this game that they made it so it's not very camper friendly. So you can't really hide in one spot without people being able to come up behind you. So you're constantly looking left, right, which isn't going to work out well for you. Here I got my Predator missiles and fired that away. And actually I didn't see that guy. I thought he was inside or something, and I was like, oh man, too bad. I guess I didn't get him. But turns out he was in there. And then lucky me, I just pick off my Harrier kill right here. Then I'm like, oh well, no one knew I was in here, so I might as well just hide in the same spot. Then, notice how I didn't care about where I was putting my Harriers. That was mostly because I didn't have a UAV and there was no way I was gonna, like, somehow wait until I knew where someone was. If you have, like, UAV, Predator, Harrier on for some odd reason, then, actually that's not really odd, you might want a UAV. But if you have that on for some reason, then you might want to use your UAV. Wait until you have your Harriers to use your UAV. Man, I can't talk today. Okay. Which wouldn't really work, but you know. Okay. And right here I got my AC-130 and decided to use that, which was kind of a mistake because I couldn't find anyone and they were all hiding inside. And as you can see, I waste half the time with my AC-130 trying to shoot people who are indoors. And I never really shot through that glass part in the center of the building, which I noticed right here, and I get lucky and kill a guy right there. And then after this point, I start to realize that kids are starting to go after me. Maybe because I had 0 deaths at this point. And I have no idea how that didn't kill him. Maybe it was the stairs. But at this point, you can see kids are specifically like going after me. And I couldn't get that guy, and I was afraid I was dead right there, but I picked him off. Now another thing about this game is you can't really camp and get away with it, which I like about it. Since I'm not anti-camper, I don't care if you camp, because you're just gonna get killed anyway. I know how people like scream at their TV and go, fucking campers, but really like, campers go negative all the time. And I know you may think, oh, well, campers don't go negative because they're just waiting for people to run by and then they stab them in the back and then wait for another person. If you do that, what's going to happen is after a while, I never really do this. I don't take it to heart, but a lot of people do. They'll come back and specifically attack you. Like, they will keep trying to find you. If they're ever killed by a camper, they will specifically go after that one person and just completely try to find them every single time they get killed by them. It doesn't matter if it's one person, just they'll go after anyone. Now right here you may call this camping, but what I was doing was I was waiting for my you can probably hear I was waiting for steps or gunfire around me so I could pop out and kill someone, which is camping, but I still, like, I wasn't staying there forever. I mean, I was just gonna wait and kill a guy and then run away. Campers hide in the same spot, which is the horrible part about their strategy. If you hide in a spot and then wait for someone to come by, kill them, and then run away, and then hide in another spot, then that might work out for you. But if you're hiding in the same spot expecting to get kills because you got like 3 kills of people who happen to run by at the same time, it's not going to continuously work out for you. Now, as you can see, my kill streak was just ruined. And after this, it's all downhill. Now, I had somewhere around 20 and 0. And then, by the end of the game, I was 30 and 8. Which kind of sucks because I couldn't get 8... I couldn't, like, get my last kills without, like, going -2 for those last 10. Which kind of sucks because I was doing really good at the beginning of the game. Yesterday was really frustrating because I couldn't really get the kills I needed to make a commentary, and this was probably the best game I had all day, which is kind of pathetic. I decided I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to use different weapons that people don't usually use. I'm not sure how often the mini Uzi is, but I was going to try some of the first light machine guns you unlock, stuff like that. I got pretty frustrated with those. Couldn't really use those that well. I never really play free-for-all. I'm not that great at it, but with free-for-all, I try to, like, keep one corner, like, I keep saying corner, I mean like 1/4 of the map to myself and patrol it, as another person mentioned in another video, which I can't really remember right now. He called it patrolling, and I do the same thing. I try to patrol 1/4 of the map, but in this video, what I do is I patrol the 2 inside areas, peek outside at times, and also try to control all the areas in the bottom area, like, you know, the red area that I'm entering right now. So basically, if you patrol an area, you'll find that your kill count and kill streaks will go up a lot. As you can see, that what just happened earlier, where I knifed and then the guy shot me. Yeah, that made me kind of angry because I was a little pissed off that I keep dying, and I was a little frustrated. And so I accidentally pressed a button on my controller, the knife button, which is like RS or whatever it's called. And then turns out that I just was going around the corner when I did that, and a guy was going around the other corner, and he saw me and seized the opportunity. One thing I noticed about this game is, like, besides free-for-all, whenever I'm playing Ground War, I swear to you, the only things I'm ever killed by are thumpers, noob tubes of a different sort than thumpers, models, and rangers. And I could show you, I was one from a tactical nuke in one of the games, and I got killed by models, the cheapest guns in the game. Which, you can watch my Ground War Team Deathmatch on Wasteland video if you want to hear my opinion on the models. Now, in this specific game, I did fairly well, and I only need one more kill until I achieve victory here. I might get shot in the back one time. No, I think I killed the guy right here, coming up over by the glass. Oh, never mind, I need one more kill after this. And I think I get killed here. Yeah, and then I run up to the same spot and kill someone. So overall, this game was kind of disappointing towards the end, but at the beginning I got a pretty nice kill streak, 30 and 8, as you can see. And as you can see in the kill cam, my aim is pretty off in this. So I'm going to try to put out some more videos of me actually going at my fullest, and until then, I will see you next time.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Machinima Respawn. I'm Mr. Sark. We're going to go over some of the most kick-ass gameplay that you guys have uploaded within the last couple days. I'm here with my Mega Man 9 poster, as usual, in a totally different office, though, which I like. It's nice in here. Doesn't smell like ass, which makes me think maybe a girl works here. So as usual, I'm going to be breaking down what's hot on Machinima Respawn. You guys, don't forget, you should be rolling on everything. If something crazy happens, you don't want to miss it. You want to get it recorded. No one's going to believe you otherwise. Check out some of these latest videos. These guys are our directors, so these are guaranteed to be cool. First up, check out this guy's video. I love these. He goes by Champagnes. He does gun reviews. In fact, I think he calls it gun reviews. This is episode 2. He's breaking down the differences, the pros, the cons of the FAMAS versus the M16, which is, I mean, that's pretty much the eternal question in COD, I think. Champagnes breaks it all down for you in this video, though. It's great.
The M16 is definitely the more powerful gun.
Alright, next up, you know him, you love him, you fucking hate him. Ken Burton's new episode is up, episode 21. He takes it to high rise, he takes the battle to high rise without the thermal scope. New twist in the ongoing Ken Burton drama. Now, after my last episode of Respawn, where I was like, please be good and please don't be annoying when you send us videos, Ken Burton just got lit up. Because he's no good. He's garbage at COD. He sucks. Alright? But that's the point. That's why these videos are entertaining. And I gotta be honest, this is episode 21. He's a lot better than he was 20 episodes ago, I'll tell you that much.
I don't know, what do you class as camping? That's a good question.
Next up, we've got another top 10 Halo kills list from Average Joe TV. This one's on the map Guardian. There's some good murder in there, but what's awesome about this video, as usual, is the commentary by Bipolar Nick. That is the most accurate gamertag online handle I've ever heard. Bipolar Nick is out of his mind.
Not bad. Rio.
And finally, Fisticuffs has a late Christmas present for all of us in the form of a song. It's a little ballad about a certain royalty that you may have run into online. I'm just gonna, the song's been stuck in my head all day. I'm just gonna let you guys watch it. It's hysterical.
Jingle, 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 you will hear my nutsack ring. Any first-person shooter, I am the T-Bag King. If you see me coming, you better run it. Jingle, 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 you will smell my...
Alright, enough! T-Bag King, get out of my head. God, I'm gonna be singing that song for the next month. Alright, before you guys go, I'll let you go in just a minute. Cruise over, check out the latest episode of Proving Ground. It's my new challenge show. My first challenge was a time attack on a few veteran difficulty Spec Ops runs. We have a winner. You can check it out over there. It's pretty impressive. Alright, remember you guys, keep rolling on everything. Keep uploading those videos. If you want a brief tutorial on how to get us your video, you can click the button that's on screen somewhere now. And I'll give you some simple instructions. You can also follow us on Twitter, imcom_respawn. You can get updates from the Respawn team, including myself, which is nothing you want to read. Also our premier directors, which is something you want to read, because those guys are lunatics. And best way to stay up to speed is subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to the second installment of Modern Warfare 2 gun review. Today I'll be discussing two very similar guns which have some very significant properties about them which you may want to consider before choosing one over the other. These two guns are the M16 and the FAMAS. Okay, I'm having a look at the FAMAS's stats right now, and it's pretty much exactly the same as the M16. I mean, the range on the FAMAS and the M16 are exactly the same. One of the difference would be the fire rate, It's a bit quick on the FAMAS, but it doesn't make too much of a difference because the M16 is still fairly quick as well. They have the same clip size. The main difference is the accuracy is a lot better on the FAMAS, and the damage is a lot greater on the M16, but just because the FAMAS has a lower damage doesn't make it less efficient. Okay, let me explain. Basically, both guns use a 3-round burst, which means they fire 3 bullets at a time. Now, to get the maximum damage out of each gun, all 3 of those bullets has to enter your opponent. But with the M16, because of its low accuracy, it tends to only hit 1 or 2 bullets into your opponent, which severely lowers the damage to maybe a third or 2/3. So despite having the greater damage, the M16 can be not as effective, I guess, as the FAMAS can, because the FAMAS is great for long range shooting, mid range shooting and close range shooting to an extent, while the M16 it becomes pretty poor when you're trying to get one-shot kills from long range or even mid range. So that's why you tend to hit more hit markers with the M16 than the FAMAS, because less bullets are entering your opponent because it has like not as good accuracy. Having said that, the M16 is definitely the more powerful gun, and therefore it's more lethal if you can get all 3 bullets into your opponent. I'm going to let you decide. Tell me in the comment section, and let's have a look at some gameplay from both the FAMAS and the M16. Okay, I'm here on Wastelands with my FAMAS urban camouflage. It's making quick work of enemies, taking them out in 1 shot, maybe 2 shots max, and you can see it's great at both close range and long range. Here I get a long shot and I only fire 1-2 bursts, and here I also get a long shot with only firing a burst. So you can see it's quite powerful. And here's the M16. It is a lot more powerful, but you can see the accuracy lets me down here because I only get an assist, even though I believe I'm hitting him quite often. But in close range it makes quick work of enemies, even when you're not looking down the scope for that matter. In my opinion, the FAMAS is the better overall gun. With its increased accuracy, it's easy to hit long shots with just 1 burst. And I'm not saying you can't do that with the M16, I'm just saying it's going to be harder because your bullets won't be hitting the target as often. Also the FAMAS is, because of the increased fire rate, it gives it a bit of an edge over the M16. Also, but the M16 does dominate a bit more in close combat, because even when you're not looking down the iron sight, you can still pick off enemies in just 1 burst. That's about it from me, guys. If you'd just like to leave me a comment below telling me which gun you preferred and why. Also, if you'd like to see any guns being reviewed in upcoming episodes, just leave me a comment, because I do read the comments. Remember to subscribe for more. Got plenty of episodes to come. And my channel is www.youtube.com/champagnes, so be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching.
Hey, it's Guns for Hire from Next Gen Tactics. This is actually a second release of a video that we uploaded on our channel a while back. We've changed the commentary on this video to provide viewers with a more technical analysis on how to accomplish this task or challenge. We called it the Kill 'Em All Challenge, as you had to get a tactical nuke using knife kills only, and no other kill streaks. Class setup is the MP5K with silencer, the Magnum with tactical knife, claymores, flash grenades, Marathon Pro, Lightweight Pro, and Commando Pro. Though the only thing that I'm worried about is the tactical knife and then the perk setting. For kill streaks, only set it to nuke. Alright, as you watch this video, you're going to notice that both my team and the other team are very inexperienced players. They're not very good at playing. I mean, granted, you know, they're starting out and everything like that, but that is absolutely critical in order to accomplish this task. You cannot do this if your team members or the other team are more experienced and are going to get higher kills. For yourself, on your own team, each player on your team, the remaining 5 players, must get 10 or less kills. They have to get that, because if they're averaging more than that per teammate, you're not going to have enough time, and there's not going to be enough room, basically enough points for you to get 25 kills and get the tactical nuke. So your own team has to be inexperienced players. The same thing applies to the other team. The other team has to, like, per player, in order for them to accumulate to 7,500 points, each of them has to get around 12 kills, which means we have to keep them down. They have to get relatively low kills. If one of them is a really good player, even just one, the likelihood that you're going to actually be able to accomplish this is very, very slim. So don't concentrate on the fact that, oh, well, they're noobs that I'm fighting. Well, of course they are. You cannot do this if there's experienced players. You must find a game where almost all of them are inexperienced. And the only way to do this is if you do not prestige. You need to stay on the first level prestige. Do it early on. If you want to try and do this, open a new account. I know with Xbox you'd have to actually buy another account and everything like that. But for PlayStation it's a little bit easier. Just open up a new ID. But do not prestige. When you prestige, they put you against higher level or higher ranked players, and you're not going to be able to accomplish this. So make sure, and that's why you'll notice in here that I do have the lower prestige. I've just gone prestige recently on this one, which was kind of a mistake because I still wanted to do more challenges. And again, it's critical that you have to play against inexperienced players or noobs or whatever you want to call them. It doesn't really matter, but you have to do it. Certain challenges like this are dependent on the fact that you play them. You cannot do it statistically if you're playing against experienced players. So don't worry about that. If you're going to try this, and as you've been watching the video, you're going to want either Commando or Ninja. Ninja is actually pretty good on derail, just because of the snow, and any map really, it doesn't really matter, because you want to have the surprise. You want to be able to sneak up behind these people without them turning around, without them knowing. And the fact that you're using knife kills really just keeps you cloaked as well. You will be in sort of stealth mode the entire time, and that's also critical. If you use Commando though, however, with the tack knife, it makes it a lot easier. And I do recommend using the tack knife. It's too hard, especially if you come across a group of individuals, you're going to need the tack knife there. You're going to need to be able to recover from the melee attacks and not just using the standard attack, or else you're going to end up getting smoked and it makes it a lot harder. Noobs or not, even when you play against this, it's a very difficult challenge. I know you're all thinking, okay, these guys are horrible, and they are, granted, I know that, but the probability of running around constantly and just getting 25 knife kills, I get close here a couple of times of getting killed. This was not easy by any means. Number one, finding the proper match where they're all a bunch of inexperienced players. But even so, when I switched over to Modern Warfare 2, I had played enough of the COD series that this wasn't a problem for me. Like, I was able to easily, I shouldn't say easily, okay, I'm going to sound like a pompous ass. I was able to get quite a few kills right off the bat. You know what I mean? I was thrown in here. It's the same mechanics as the old ones. It was not hard to adjust. Yeah, I didn't know the maps, but it doesn't really matter. If you do a camp and move tactical approach to this, you don't need to know the maps. Use your brains, use some strategy, and you still get high kills. So the probability, even if I'm in a noob game, doesn't mean that all these guys are inexperienced, which they are in this particular one, as you'll see. So you have to be careful with that. You're going to actually be searching, and it takes a while to find the perfect match for this. But you're going to want to walk around, and derail's not the best one for this. I got very lucky that I actually nailed on derail, because it's such a large map. That means there's a lot of running around, and you know what? You only have a limited amount of time, so usually the smaller maps are easier. Like, I've come a lot closer to reaching this on the smaller maps, but nonetheless, here it is. You want to stay on perimeters, just like in any normal game, like running and gunning. Even now that I'm, going up in prestige, and when I play with my NGT clan, obviously if they're hosting, we play against considerably higher, like the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 prestige levels, so we're playing against them a lot more, but I still use the same tactics, which is stay on the perimeter. So if you want to do this, if someone, you haven't prestige yet, and you want to look at trying to accomplish this, stick to perimeters. Don't go running through areas, because if you go through center, they've got a lot more sight lines. Enemies can actually come up to you, like this guy, that's pretty bad. Anyway, so you want to stay on the perimeter only because you want to reduce where the enemy can see you. If you're running on the perimeter, there's really only 2 and sometimes 3 areas that they can hit you. Front, rear, and on the one side that you're not facing. Other than that, it's a lot safer. If you're in the middle, you're talking, 360 degrees an enemy can kill you from. So it makes it a lot harder. Try to avoid that. You do need, regardless as to whether or not you're playing against noobs and everything like that and inexperienced players, you have to know the maps. Get to know the maps. You have to know where people are typically going to hide, spots where people like to snipe, because if you do not know the maps, you're not going to be able to do this task. I don't care, how bad the other team is. You have to have an in-depth knowledge of these maps. You need to be able to move fast and constantly. You need to sort of basically sweep. You know a building, you know where they hide, you know where the stairs are. You go in, you sweep, you kill, and you keep moving. You cannot stop moving in this challenge, or else you will not make it. So keep that in mind. Again, if you haven't played enough of the games, we do have map walkthrough videos, which I'll be uploading to Machinima Respawn shortly. I mean, we got to get some of these more experienced, like deathmatch vids, which are a little bit older, so bear with us. They're just re-releases. But I'm going to re-release and do probably new map walkthroughs, because as time goes on, obviously you learn where players go and people adapt and they change. So hopefully, if you haven't tried this, don't prestige. Wait for the map walkthroughs. If you don't know the maps well enough, I will do a sort of an in-depth walkthrough, and then that way you'll know where the key areas are, and you need to keep moving. In this area here, you can't be careful. I know there's a lot of blind corners, and I get lucky a lot, but you can't stop in this. You can't stop to check every corner. If you stop to move and check every single blind spot and corner where people hide, you're gonna get smoked, and you're not gonna have enough time, plain and simple. And here's the tac nuke right there. I think I get one more quick kill, and then I get killed. There you go. So I don't wait any longer. I just call it in, because that was the challenge. All I needed was the nuke, and call it in. So unfortunately for these inexperienced players, which obviously they are, they got a bad taste of both constant knifing and then a nuclear blast. Oh well, puts hair on their chest, makes them a man. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. For more strategies and tactics on Modern Warfare 2, stay tuned to Machinima Respawn or visit nextgentactics.com. Guns for Hire out.
My name is Hutch, and I make gaming videos, and today I'm going to try a little something different. I have some examples of some really aggressive gameplay, some smart gameplay, and the point of this video today is to teach you how to be aggressive and how to be a pain in the other team's ass. If you have a guy running around basically causing a bunch of mayhem, it's going to throw the other team off, and it's going to make you feel like a badass in the process. Alright, I'm going to show you some different guns, some different tactics, some different maps, and hopefully I will be able to convert you from your campish ways, because that's boring, man. It's just boring as shit. Alright, let's talk about spawn trapping and domination. So this is an example of domination on subbase. I'm using a silenced mini Uzi, and my second perk is cold-blooded. So the mini Uzi already has pretty limited range, but when you slap on a silencer, you're decreasing your range even more. So you want to be close to the action, and spawn trapping on subbase is the perfect place to do that, because if you capture A and B, their spawn points on C are really going to be predictable. Now, contrary to what you guys might think, it's not poor etiquette to spawn trap people. That is the best way to play domination. If you're in the middle of a spawn trap, there are ways to make organized pushes to get out of it. But if you're on the giving end of a spawn trapping, then it makes you feel like you're engaging in some serious badassery. So the most effective way to spawn trap someone, especially if you have cold-blooded and a silencer, is to get a kill or two and switch up your position, anticipate them rushing you because you've pissed them off, and just wait for them to come to you, right? It's not necessarily camping, because you're moving around, you're shuffling your position. So as you can see right now, I've dropped a Harrier Strike right on top of their spawn, got myself a nice little pay blow. They got C back, and they're still gonna be spawning there. So This is going exactly how I want it to go, and this is basically the best way that you want to play an objective game using a perk like Cold-Blooded and a Silence Mini Uzi. Get up right in their business and cause as much shit as you possibly can, and then, once it gets too hairy, just get the hell out of there. Here's an example on Derail. I was playing Team Deathmatch, and it's kind of a classic oh shit moment. I didn't anticipate them spawning all around me, but they did. So one thing I want to talk about is keeping your cool as you're being rushed right in the middle of their spawn. You see me pull out my secondary weapon and just go to town. Like, basically, if you assume that you're fucked, then you're fucked. But if you keep your cool and if you stay focused, then you can pull off some nice streaks like this one here, right? Okay, so now I want to talk about staying focused while you're in the middle of a kill streak. I think one of the biggest mistakes that I made early on when I was sniping, and this is particularly in regards to sniping in this game, I think one of the biggest mistakes that I made early on was I would get on like a 2-kill streak. You know, this is back in the day. I hit like 2 really quick shots, and I think to myself, holy shit! And that was enough of a distraction for me to completely forget about what was going on right in front of me. If you miss out on opportunities to string kills over and over and over and over again, you're really limiting yourself. So don't sell yourself short. Like, if you see 4 people way ahead in the distance and you got yourself a sniper rifle, proceed under the assumption that you can take all of them out. If you start thinking to yourself like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, oh my god, I'm gonna die, oh my god, I'm gonna die, then you're probably gonna die. But if you look at a bunch of guys off in the distance and you start salivating and think to yourself, I'm gonna fucking kill every single one of these guys, chances are you might be able to pull it off with enough practice, right? I think most of us, including me, got our start like pushing what you can do with a sniper rifle by watching somebody else do it. Like, I can remember watching YouTube videos and then just trying to emulate them. And now I find myself really comfortable with a sniper rifle, and I actually enjoy engaging multiple enemies at the same time. So I see a lot of videos on YouTube of people posting impressive KDs and objective game types like Domination, but I don't see a lot of these people capturing flags and fighting to protect them, because when you do that, when you play an active role in Domination, you're risking your KD. It's a lot easier to go into something like a team deathmatch or a free-for-all and camp and sound horror and, you know, do really good and stuff like that. But capturing a point, making like a methodical push, understanding where the other team is spawning and what you're going to have to do in that situation to capture and protect a flag, that's what's going to help you improve in this game. So here you see me taking a really active role. I see that we need to capture the C flag. Otherwise, it's not going to be pretty for us, right? Score on the bottom, we're losing by a little bit, but if we can hold on to 2 points, we'll probably be fine. So I capture the point. I know that they're spawning on the other side of that wall. I get a Predator missile here, and I can still hear their footsteps, or I can still look on the map and see where my teammates are, and understand that they're still probably spawning at that point. So as soon as I pull out my Predator missile, I try and drop it on this guy. I miss it. Generally, they're going to spawn in waves, and then they're going to switch spawns on Domination. Afghan is one of the maps that they really got the spawns right, because they do switch quite often, and I enjoy that. So I kind of predict that at this point. I predict that they're going to be switching over to the A spawn and heading over to the B flag. And so I jump down, play an active role, and see if I can cut them off, and I think I did a pretty good job. Got my Harrier strike. So if you haven't already been able to tell, I stress spawns a lot, and I kind of tie it into map knowledge, but I think knowing and understanding spawn points on each map is going to help your game out quite a bit. Probably more than anything else, really. I mean, in terms of just being accurate with a gun, that just comes with time. But something like understanding and paying attention to where the enemies spawn on a map, that's something that you can pick up in just a couple games. TDM can be kind of tricky, but at the same time it can be pretty simple. It can be tricky in the fact that the spawns are constantly changing, but it can be pretty simple in the fact that it's pretty easy to predict spawns, because if you look at the map, there's usually going to be a cluster of green arrows. That's your teammates, right? Generally on Team Deathmatch in Call of Duty, it's going to spawn you across from the team, right? So you look for the green cluster of arrows and then just anticipate that they're going to be spawning directly across from that. And if you run out of ammo, pick up a gun and no-scope somebody, because it makes you feel good. Alright, let's talk about switching up your positions. This is an example from Rundown, and I'm playing Domination, and we've got them pretty well pinned down inside their C spawn. I'm going to run up these stairs into this room of doom up here. There's always somebody up here. So I get an easy quick scope on this guy, and here I'm trying to see if I can find an enemy. I shoot at this guy and then immediately switch up my position to see if I can throw him off a little bit, and I'm rewarded with a nice little sexy collateral damage here. Collaterals are lucky, but, you know, still make you feel cool. Okay, now I want to talk about taking the shot. So you never want to just not take the shot because you just assume that you're going to miss it. Here's an example on Afghan. This guy's going to jump off here in a minute, and I'm going to get a quick scope in midair. I could have easily just let him go and run to a different spot, but I was like, F that, man, I can hit him. So, I mean, you're going to miss every shot that you don't take, right? Last point I want to talk about is just simply improvise. Basically, just do what you have to do to stay alive. Don't pin yourself into thinking that you have to only use your weapon. If you run out of ammo, somebody drops a riot shield, pick it up, use it. Use what's right in front of you, whether that be cover, a weapon, your enemy's behavior. Just do what you got to do to survive. And I kind of want to close this out right now by saying that if you're having some frustration kind of incorporating any of these tactics in your gameplay, don't even trip. Like this week I've been playing nothing but domination. I've been playing by myself, and I'm having a rough time, man. You play domination by yourself, you're going to run into a lot of parties, and if you're aggressive all the time, it's not always going to work out. But the more you play, the more time you spend on each map and understanding and trying to incorporate these tactics, the better you'll get. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Leave some feedback. I'm out of here.
What up, Machinima? Big Optic Hex here from Optic Nation, coming at you with a special edition of Top 5 Kill Cams of the Week. It is the Top 10 Knife Special. We all love knife throwing skills, especially in kill camps, so we're definitely going to have a special. And here we go. At the number 10 spot, we have Gargankoas playing in Underpass. Throws a pretty legit knife bounce off the floor into someone's ribcage, making that money fly all over the place. At number 9, we have Steven Christoph, who is playing in Derailed, and he's got a pretty long distance knife bounce off the wall. And what made this pretty awesome is that he killed the dude by only hitting him on his knee, which is pretty amazing if you ask me, since there's no vital organs in that region of the body. At number 8, we have I Stab Nubs playing in Skid Row. Here he's going to throw a knife, miss the intended enemy, but no worries. There was one of his teammates right behind him, falls into place, and he hits him right in the mouth. And I'm going to slow it up for you so you can see that it's literally right on his chin. Look at that. That was pretty crazy. At number 7, we have Lone X Wiley, who is playing in sub base, Search and Destroy, and he too is going to have a pretty nice wall bounce, knife throw into someone's ear. Pretty sick. I liked it. At number 6, we have Reckless, who is playing in Skid Row as well. Here he has a riot shield user. He's taunting him, but he wasn't covering his feet, so we're gonna amputate his toe. We're not gonna sew him up. We're gonna let him bleed to death, and that's how he died. You can see all of that happening in the skill cam. Did you see that? Did you catch it? Well, you gotta fix your computer if you didn't. At number 5, we have Abota Star Graham playing on the PC, and he's playing free for all in Favela. And right there, he didn't see that enemy walk into that room, so he didn't shoot him. But right here, he's going to start shot at. He's going to have a crazy reaction time, does a turnaround jump off the building, and was still able to throw a knife directly into this enemy's butt cheek. And how can you not beat that? Look at that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, butt cheek. And that's where you keep your wallet. That's why that money was flying around. At number 4, we have Lightning. And you're going to see that it looks like he's playing in fast motion, but he's not. He's just dropping a lot of frames with his capture card. His computer can't handle it, but pretty self-explanatory. Throws a knife over the building, into someone's shoulder. Enemy's dead. At the number 3 spot, we have Northern Hazard playing S&D in Favela. Now, I got to let you know that picking the top 3 was the most difficult thing we have had to do in top 5 kill cams, simply because of how awesome they are. And it's a shame that they all came in at the same time, but it makes for a very awesome first show of the knife special. Here we have Northern Hazard locating enemy behind wooden pallets. He doesn't have a clear shot. He pulls out his knife, bounces it off an air conditioning unit, and kills his enemy. It was a pretty awesome shot. Again, you know, luck of the draw. At number 2, we have It's Okay to Dance, and it's definitely okay to dance when you can kill campers just like that. What are you doing? Bird watching? Why are you standing behind a boulder not moving? That's what you get. Bad shit happens to campers, and that's proof right there. At number 1, we have Haagen-Dazs playing in Wasteland with a nasty quarterback arm, throwing a knife halfway across the map into this enemy's face. Let's see that replay, but this is going to conclude our first knife special. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you'd like to visit our channel, please do so by visiting the address listed on the screen. Machinima, thank you for allowing me to post. This has been Optic Hex. I'm out. Peace.
Alright, hello Machinima. I know you're probably thinking, who the hell is this guy? This is Weasel Drift, and I'm commentating a game for Smoky Drift. This is his first gameplay upload, and all his narrations are going to be done by me. I do some on my own channel, so he thought that I'd be the guy for it. In this game, he's on Team Deathmatch. He's using P90, no attachments, and the Spaz 12, no attachments. His perks are Scavenger, Stopping Power Pro, and Steady Aim Pro. He's also got Frag and 2 stuns, and if you really wanted to know, he's got a Death Streak of Copycat. Death Streaks, in my opinion, I'd say they're alright. My favourite one to use has got to be Painkiller, because if you're seriously doing that bad, you do need a little bit of an edge, even though it's annoying when you come up against it. But you know, what can you do? Scrapyard's a very close quarter match, unless you're shooting where he is now and you're shooting down past through the planes. So he's using the P90, which you don't really see a lot of on YouTube. You must see assault rifle videos, which I'm sure you're used to, with the ACR, the no recoil on that. It's a pretty beast gun. But here's Smoke showing off some of his P90 skills that he got. In this video, he shows us that in the long distance shots that he does, you more want to burst fire the gun rather than go full auto. I'm sure you've seen it already, or you might not have. I'm not sure. He does little burst fires. He'll do about 3 bullets. Fires it like an M16 if you want to, just slightly tapping on the trigger. Like there, yeah, like that. And then he finishes this guy off. When you're very close quarters like that, you wanna spray really, and do it from the hip, because it'll just get you the kill. Because if they've got an assault rifle, I'm saying this sometimes this will happen. Sometimes it might not, because sometimes when they've got the N4, it can beat you. Assault rifles are very good in this game, dominant. But P90 is rape, as it was in COD 4, I suppose. Scrapyard layer, like I said, it is very close quarters, and gets a lucky double kill whilst he's blind fired. So on Scrapyard, what you want to do, you want to stick to the outsides of the maps. Don't run through the middle, it's not really worth it, because you're most likely going to get killed as you're running through either one of the planes or someone come behind you. And the spawns are really random on this game, so yeah, that's my advice. Stay around the outside of the maps, which I'm sure you've heard before, but it is true. He's got kill streak setup of Predator Missile, Harry Strike, and the AC-130. AC-130, in my opinion, best suited for Wasteland. Maps like this, if you get them on the spawn, then yeah. And there you see he destroyed the gunship with his Harrier, so he took down, I'm not sure whether it was a Pablo or a chopper gunner, but he took that down with his Harrier, which is possible to do. Picks up the Scavenger Pro. He's Prestige 1. Oh, just picks up the AC-130 there, that was pretty lucky. Yeah, he's Prestige 1, and he's got one other custom class, I'm not sure if you've seen it. Oh, ouch. 5-in-1 AC-130 there. Can't be bad. Custom classes, in my opinion, I'd say very good if you want to, you know, switch it up. If you want to have them few classes that you know you'll definitely use a few times, definitely, like, I'd advise you to Prestige. My opinion, what I do, I've not Prestige. I don't think I'm likely to Prestige on this game unless I'm getting seriously bored. But yeah, as you can see, the AC-130 is good if you can get him on the spawn kill, really. There's a little bit of a fail with the aim, but never mind. With the P90, if you're up close, definitely I'd recommend spray firing from the hip. Hip fire, sorry. Because it'll just annihilate them basically. It'll rape them when they're up close like that. And the game is actually coming to an end now. It's a short game, but it's like an introductory game, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Please check out both mine and Smokey's pages, they'll be in the description. Thank you for watching Machinima Respawn, sorry, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Sandy Ravage. This is a video for all you out there who hate those filthy campers. For this match I decided to go with the Scar H with a silencer, stopping power, Ninja Pro, and Scavenger. Just to weed out all those filthy campers.
Capture the objectives.
The majority of this game is me just heading to the left side of the giant shrubs, trying to make my way over to their spawn, trying to rack up some kills for the nuke because I knew that's all I could do to win this game.
Charlie secure.
Get a quick nade kill there, waiting for these guys to creep over, drop that guy, and then I get smoked, and straight back over. I'll just keep sprinting that way the whole game. Payback on that nerd. Save that guy's fucking ass. Now I'm heading back up, going towards A again.
Tango down.
See a couple snipers. I get fucking picked off right there. That sucks. Now I'm going back to A again because I figure, you know what? Fuck it. If I'm gonna win this game, I gotta get it. Nothing else is gonna work. This team sucks. I gotta keep making my way over there, getting kills, hopefully get some air support, and then finally end the game with a fucking nuke. Throwing nades, fucking stun grenades, picking that guy off, watching his tactical insertion, seeing what happens. You know, I thought the guy might pop up real quick. He didn't pop up. I got fucked on that one. I got picked off right there. It sucks. Fucking shit sucks. So I'm heading back to A again. For the fucking 5th time. Seeing what I could scrounge up for kills. I'm trying to get the nuke still. Seeing a couple snipers over here. Trying to pick them off if I can. Yeah, I'm running out of ammo right there. I gotta reload real quick. Keep picking that guy. Drill that fucking guy. Fuck him. Hit another guy. Watching this other loser behind the tree. Reloading real quick. Still heading over. Trying to get a leg up on the competition. See a couple more snipers heading back to their spots. Fucking cocksuckers. Just drilling them. Just watching them run at me. Get smoked. Payback's a bitch. Heading back up again. Scooting past this tree real quick. Trying to get around here. Oh, and I get fucking sniped again by this cocksucker. So, you know what? I'll keep on the same way. Why not? I gotta get this fucking nuke. There's no way we're winning otherwise. We're getting killed.
Securing Charlie.
I'll run right into the middle. This is a fucking dumb idea. Now I get killed immediately by a rocket. Head back to the middle of the map.
C secure.
Seeing what happens. Heading back over to A once again. See there's a couple snipers, but they get killed by a predator missile real quick.
Care package on the way.
Trying to creep over. See what happens. Watching over the walls. Just looking for snipers. Get 2 kills real quick, no problem. Looking over A. And what happened? Oh, I head past the tank. I'm past the tank already. And get 1 kill and I get fucking shot over the wall. Why not? Obviously they'll move back once I move my way up. Spawn again, heading back to the middle of the map. Heading underground again. Obviously a bad idea. Get 2 real quick kills. Then someone else will come in with a rocket and just fucking smoke me.
Securing Charlie.
So I tried my luck going to A 5 or 6 times, so now I'm heading up to C. Maybe help this guy out trying to cap it. So I'll head up around the shrubs real quick. I figure I'll wait for a sniper over here, see what happens. When I fucking walk up, hey, what do you know? I get fucking killed by a claymore, you fucking piece of shit. So at this point I happen to notice a friendly care package got tossed nonchalantly right over the shrubs into enemy territory. Just happens to be an AC-130 that they probably pick up. They still haven't called at this point. Heading back over to the left side towards A. Making my way over still. Maybe get a couple kills in. What do you know, they call in the AC-130. I get 1 or 2 kills and all of a sudden, boom! Fucking destroyed by that thing. Now I'm the only one trying to shoot this thing down. Everybody else is running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. So I launched 2 stingers at the fucking thing. Both get thrown away by the flares. Running across the map now, waiting to die so I can respawn with a couple more stingers. Teammates are dying left and right. Game's over at this point. No way we're winning this. So at this point in the game I start to realize just how shitty my teammates are. Just racking up the care packages and kill streaks for the other team while I try to pull this shit together. Always making my way up either the left side or the right side of the map, which they seem to have locked down completely.
Enemy care package incoming. Enemy hind incoming.
Right at this respawn, I pick it up and shoot down this Cobra helicopter.
Enemy Harriers incoming.
Now not only do I take out that helicopter, but about 25 seconds later I gotta shoot down a Harrier. Nobody else on my team is doing anything, so I might as well take it out.
Securing Charlie. Charlie secure. Losing B.
From this point forward, I decide I gotta turn this fucking shit around. I'm not gonna die anymore, I'm just gonna get the nuke. Tell these guys to fuck off, stop camping. Fuck them. So I'll keep rushing their spawn no matter what. We're gonna lose either way, so I might as well just rack up the kills. Drop this guy.
Base secure. Losing C. We lost C. Airstrike waiting for your mark. Repeat. Airstrike waiting for your mark. Friendly airstrike is there. We're losing this fight. Securing Charlie. Changing mag. Care package on the way. Chopper ready for deployment.
Right about here, I pick up the chopper gunner. Score is 175-131. There's no way we're winning this game. So I'm just trying to find a spot to call this fucking thing. See if I can get this nuke and win this game for these losers. So I get the chopper gunner, I'm cruising in. Just laying the hurt on these nerds. firing away. 5, 6, 7 kills. 8, 9, 10. No fucking problem. Then they decide to shoot us down. So right after these camping pieces of shit shoot down my fucking chopper gunner, it's 191 to 139. We're about to lose this game. So I gotta make a move, because I only got 20 out of 25 kills for my fucking nuke. I head up, get 2 kills real quick. Then another kill. Then I start getting shot, so I lob a nade over the fucking shrubs, and what do you know? I get the fucking nuke. I call it in. Game over. Fuck these guys. Fuck my teammates. They're all a bunch of fucking pussies. I'll win this game by my fucking self. Game over. I win. Fuck you.
Hello everyone, my name is CNanners, and today we're playing some free-for-all on Terminal, and I don't know if you can hear that, but it is raining, and I love when it rains, so much so. I know I don't belong in California because I love the rain so much, but I'm having a very good day. I'm ecstatic. I'm playing some free-for-all on Terminal. Wanted to do some video commentary, and I wanted to upload this video for a variety of reasons, not because I kill myself, because I have some things that I wanted to talk about. I do really poorly on Terminal. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know what your guys' experiences are in relation to this map, but I hate this map as well. I mean, it's Rust in this map. I don't know what else, but I just can't seem to do well. But there are a few strategies that you can implement in order to get yourself a good game. I also wanted to upload this match because I got a lot of good responses in relation to the kill streak without no, that's backwards. The nuke without kill streaks. And a lot of people, I guess, were under the impression that it was some sort of cheating and/or luck, and/or I did a deal with the devil, or I don't know. Just basically didn't think that it was possible to do multiple times. I've actually done it 3 or 4 times. I'm trying to remember back, but this is actually recently, and I kind of like this gameplay. I kind of didn't, but I had some good tips I could give you guys, and hopefully show you guys that this isn't. There definitely is no witchcraft involved in getting a nuke without kill streaks. It's just kind of, how you gotta play. Originally, I mean, I prefer to turn off all my kill streaks when I'm doing these types of games because, I don't know, I don't like the added pressure of having to get 25 kills. I like to be able to run wildly in the streets and stab people and that whole deal. But every once in a while I'll do it. I figured since people wanted to see it and people enjoyed it that I would do it again. And I actually had a very good time in this match because the people I was playing with, for whatever reason, decided that it would be a good idea that every time they would kill each other, they would say peekaboo, which I loved. I had a very good time destroying these children. Of course, I don't know if they're kids. That was probably a little bit demeaning. I apologize because I actually, long story short, I sent 2 of the people in this match friend requests because they were very good sports about me just killing them quite a bit, and I told them, I was like, yeah, I make YouTube videos and I'll probably post this on either Machinima's channel or YouTube, and they were like, oh no. But it was a good time. I had a very good time playing against these people, and I really enjoy people that are good sports about losing. I can't stand when people get overly aggressive and they're just kind of getting crazy. But right now, what I'm doing is I've got a couple kills on my belt, and I'm just hanging back here because on Terminal, the map is split up into different locations, and this being probably out of all the locations is the easiest to protect in that nobody's going to spawn behind you. And free-for-all, your overall success, I mean, you can be a sharpshooter, you can be shooting playing cards off of people's I don't know, how they have those sharpshooters where they're like doing these obscene tricks, but anyways, got a little off topic. You could be really accurate when using whatever gun, but when it comes down to it, if somebody's spawning behind you, you have no way in hell of doing well. Especially when you're trying to get nukes without kill streaks. It's best to, my suggestion when playing on this map, there's like a long corridor, there's like the burger shop, and there's like the, I guess it's like a gift shop down there, and the best thing to do is just pace back and forth, and just kill people that spawn. I think that isn't the most exciting way to win, but if you are for some reason wanting to get a nuke without kill streaks and impress your buddies, this is a good way to do it. I don't really like it too much. I was playing, I mean, like I said, kill streaks without nukes are much more, it's much more, excuse me, choked up there. Much more entertaining for me. Like I was playing, the match before this, I was playing against these guys, and I actually turned off all my kill streaks, and it was on a favela, I think I had a Vector, it was like 30 in one game, if that sounds like something you guys would be interested in seeing. I was running around like a madman, but I realized that these guys were getting shot quite a bit, so I put on the nuke, and you know, there we go. I think the match after this, so technically I got third, can't speak right now. I got 3 games off these guys, and I know they're probably not happy about that. I know if they are watching this, thank you for letting me shoot you, I guess. I don't know. Actually, they weren't. I mean, in all fairness, it got to the point that they were actually running away from me, which was kind of funny and entertaining. But I love people that have a very good attitude about having me shoot them. Like I said, if you guys encounter me on Xbox Live and I'm shooting you, please don't get mad. Just say hello, introduce yourselves, and hopefully we can be friends forever. BFF forever. But anyways, guys, if you're playing on Terminal and you want to get a good score, I recommend not going outside, staying in this corridor by the burger shop, by the metal detectors, and the gift shop, and you should be good to go. And if you guys would like to see these nuke videos again, let me know, and we will. I will do my best to get you guys videos in the future. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.
Winning the free-for-all in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 by only throwing your knife. I'm sure someone has challenged other people by doing this, and some people were saying, "Oh, dude, you don't throw the blade enough. You don't throw your knife enough." So what I did is I got into some free-for-alls, and I said, "Okay, let me see if I could actually win a game. Screw the KDR. Screw the everything else. I just want to win a game by only throwing my knife and not having any other kills but throw knife." And so in order to do this, I think Scavenger is pretty much a necessity. Because with Scavenger, if you run over a dead body, you will actually resupply, and when it resupplies you, it gives you another throw knife if you have already thrown yours away. So without Scavenger, this challenge would be a lot more difficult. And for the simple fact that if I throw a knife at somebody and I miss or whatever, and I have to go pick it up, especially, I don't know, it makes it a lot more difficult without Scavenger in order to do this. I'm sure that someone's probably done it. Sit down, catch that. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am human, and yes, I do cough sometimes. Yeah, and also, I know that people are going to say, "Oh my god, the people in this game are so bad." I can't pick my enemies. Super fast mode up! And I think I get a grunt of the whole, "Oh, dude, you put PS3 is a bunch of noobs." So I'm like, well, there's other people that post videos on PS3, but they're shooting them. So you actually don't get to see how noobish players are. And then also, there's noobs on 360, bro. Come on. Like, I've gone over to my buddy's house, and there's noobs on both systems. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it's funny because a lot of times on my videos and a lot of times on Machinima videos, people complain. They're like, you know, "Oh, you're noobs," like this. But then it's like, okay, so if I play on PS3, I'm a noob because I don't play on 360. If I play on 360, then I'm a noob because I don't do it on PC. But you know what? No one ever really posts videos of them playing on PC, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm just I'm not the best player in the world. There's lots of players that are better than me. There's probably players that are better than me knifing. You know what I mean? But that's not what it's about. This isn't a dick measuring contest. This is having fun, playing a video game, passing some time. And it's just kind of what I do. And I think that the reason why a lot of people like me on my channel is just because I don't take the game too seriously. Obviously, you don't take the game that seriously because I'm playing it in such a way where all I'm doing is trying to see if I could win games and do well, just only using knife. And even in this video, I'm not even stabbing anybody. I'm using the throw knife the entire time. So, sit down. Supervised mode. And then again, guys, I am not going to be upset if other YouTube people, like a lot of times, if someone does something really, really, if someone does something really, really well on YouTube, and then another person copies that or takes that idea, be like, oh, you're copying him, and it's like, okay, dude. So basically this video I'm declaring, if anybody wants to do super fast mode, which isn't really anything like copyright or anything like that, which is all it is super, is basically speeding up the boring parts of these Call of Duty videos, go ahead, I give you free permission. So, like, I think that's really stupid when people don't do something just because someone else has already done it, and they go, I don't want to be seen as copying them, you know. Well, you're not copying them, you're following in their lead, and you are, well, I guess that is copying them, but who cares? It's a video game, you're making videos. Super fast mode is a way that, when I look at, I'm a YouTube video watcher myself, and oh, this is actually a funny little fail on my part. I'm looking for either dead body or my throw knife to try to pick it up for this guy. But if someone does something well in a Call of Duty video, or has, like, here's a good example, Scene Anners, who is also a poster here on Machinima, he made a video where he actually only used the gameplay for about 70% of the screen. Oh, and this is Beast. I miss my throw knife, pick it up, turn around, get him. I'm kind of proud of myself for that one. He actually posted a video where he took about 75% of the screen for the actual gameplay, and then he had like a heads-up display with video commentary. Now, I guarantee you that if someone wanted to do that, their subscribers would like it, but also they get lots of flack saying, "Oh my God, you're copying Scene Anners! Oh my God, oh no!" And it's like, no one's copying anybody. No one owns the rights. Like, I don't own the rights to Knife Only. I didn't invent Knife Only. I got the idea from somebody else, and I started doing it back in COD 4. So, guys, all I'm just saying is just remember, it's a game, and it's not that serious, okay? That's like someone running around with a sniper rifle saying, "Oh, you're copying Z-Grizz, or you're copying Hutch." And it's like, no, I'm just using a sniper rifle. And there's people that run around knifing only. I'm not going, "Oh, no, my God, you're copying me," because I don't think I'm that important to think that someone else is going to copy me, you know? And that's a fail. Now, here's the situation. I know you guys think this. Whenever you are playing against bad players or players that are lagging or whatever, do you find that you play a little bit differently? I'm not saying that you play differently because they're bad, but I'm saying, like, you try things differently, or you try to just kind of clown around on that, and they actually end up failing just because they can still kill you, you know. But I don't know, like with that situation, I think I would have been able to throw it a little bit faster, but I was getting a little cocky, getting a little big-headed, and that guy ended up killing me. So sit down, catch that. And that's some proof that this isn't something I spent 5 days trying to do. It was just, you know, this video is, I tried doing it, I got my Scavenger Pro, and you know what, I got a game of me winning the free-for-all, only throwing my knife. So I'm going to put this away. I don't know, if you guys enjoy stuff like this, like only throwing a knife, you know, stuff like that, leave a comment and say what you'd like to see. I'm always up for trying to do new challenges. Now, there's like lately, I haven't even been using the tactical knife, and for two reasons. A, I think it takes a little bit more skill to not use the tactical knife, and B, I got tired of looking at the Magnum. So there you go, winning a free-for-all with only using the knife. Not the most amazing KDR, but I only threw my knife. So.
Hey, it's Guns for Hire from Next Gen Tactics. This is our Team Deathmatch Tactical Approach video series, and this is Terminal. Class setup is the M16 with red dot, the 1887's akimbo. Yes, these are pre-patched, so they're way too powerful. Sick power on it. Claymores, stun grenades, Scavenger Pro, Stopping Power Pro, and Ninja Pro. Killstreak setup is the Harrier Strike, Chopper Gunner, and Tactical Nuke. Just a quick note, if you're just going for straight up kills, don't set it to Tactical Nuke. It's very difficult to get. Well, not very difficult to get, but the likelihood is slim. So I would set it to Predator Missile, Harrier Strike, and Chopper Gunner. You'll have a much better time. Or put Pavlo in there as well instead of Predator Missile. Warning, this video contains excessive camping. Yes, I camp quite a bit in this one. At least it appears so, though arguably some of the viewers that have seen my other ones are going to say, well, I camped in every single one of them. What are you talking about? Well, such is the nature of this series. I call it tactical approach for a reason. I do not run and gun. I have another run and gun series where I go through every single map, the same as I'm going through these with a tactical approach, where I just run and gun and choose sort of selective routes where I can get easy kills. Now, with this one here, the reason why I call it tactical is because I'm taking a specific region, and in this case here, it's this whole corner area here. So I'm trying to defend this hallway and the back area there. Now, when you're playing games like Search and Destroy, learning how to defend this, no matter what, you know, how many people are coming in, obviously that was bad, I was running out, moving positions, getting out of the region, can actually help you in games like Search and Destroy, because Search, one of the bomb targets, I believe bomb A, A is located here, and you need to be able to defend, and knowing how to position yourself by doing something like this, by practicing a tactical approach in this region. Say you're going to defend against all enemies coming in here. The more you kill them, the more angry they're going to get, the more likely they're going to find a way to finally breach. And it's only by forcing them to actually come in a unique way, or learning how to, you know, sort of storm the way through, that you're going to actually get better at defending that area, that you're going to learn how to sort of anticipate the enemy coming in and surprising you. So it's actually a good practice. It's not, you know, you don't want to do this in every single map, and I don't by any means take the tactical approach whenever I play deathmatch. That's only for the purpose of showing you this in these videos. Most of the time I do a huge combination of tactical and run and gun. So I'll run, get some kills, you know, wait for, if I'm in a hot spot, I'll wait for, in a transition area where a lot of people are coming through, then I'll get those kills and I'll wait and then I'll move on. Here I'm just showing you how to defend an area. Now I just want to point out that, that shield guy, the riot shield guy, huge thing. Don't go up against one of them and try and knife them and everything like that. Back away from them and start aiming at their feet as they're coming towards you. That is their weakness. Particularly because if they're walking, unless they're in crouched position, their feet are not protected, it's an easy kill. Even if you are able to sneak around the side, if you have like Marathon and Lightweight, it's always safest to actually try and shoot their feet, no matter what. Just as soon as you start backing away, aim down and get the feet. That's how you're going to drop someone with the riot shield. Easiest way. Unless you have a Semtex, then you can just stick it on them and watch the sucker blow up. Personally, I find them annoying. I haven't really found a really good use with them. I mean, I played against teams in Search and Destroy where almost the entire team thought they were riot shield gods, and they were quickly eliminated or found huddling in a corner, and then we simply lobbed a ton of friggin' grenades at them and they died. So, you know, I'm sure they have their uses, and I'm sure that some of you are amazing with the riot shield. I just haven't come across you yet. Nor has my clan. Anyway, so now I've moved to a new area, and obviously, and they're always kind of in perimeter areas, so you'll notice like I'm in corner areas, and normally what happens is you have one of two areas that these people can come in straight through there, and as you're aiming through to the aircraft, this walkway here where I'm getting the kills now, that's a huge transition area, and the side tunnel in the front there connects to it, so you're going to snag both those people, and then you only have to worry about the rear, which is where I kind of walked in here. When I'm back in here, I notice you have to, again, like I said before, you have to notice where your teammates are. If you're constantly watching and just sort of quickly glancing at the radar map and see where they are, if there's a whole bunch of them to your left, like where I am now, if there's a whole bunch to the left, I'm not worried about my left. I mean, yeah, someone can sneak through if they're running and gunning and they're going to snag you, but the probability is a lot less, and it allows you to focus your attention more on a different transition area, which is forward through that walkway to the aircraft. So, again, in certain areas, when you're doing tactical, you want to try and use your claymores whenever you have them. You put them out wherever you can to protect your flank so that you can focus again. It's almost like having an extra man there watching the corner for you. That's the way I look at claymores. It's not necessarily I'm trying to get cheap kills. I'm just looking at protecting myself. Whether or not they kill, I use them, and when they go off, I know someone's approaching, and that's why I use them a lot of the times. I mean, obviously you want to get a kill with them, but they serve much more than simply killing someone. They're like a little watch guard or a guard on the corner. This is not the easiest. I do get some kills, I think, just because of the spawn mechanism. Again, the spawning system in here is not the greatest. I think they totally should have improved it, although I don't really know how, depending on the size of the map, so I can't offer suggestions for that. But, you know, right off the bat, it's kind of hard to nail, especially if you're in the aircraft. Very, very safe spot to actually hide where these fools come outward. But once they spawn, you see them spawning. I think it's because my teammates pushed them all back here. So these guys are all susceptible. Kind of feel bad for them. They're just way out in the open there. These guys are like sitting ducks. And that guy's trying to shoot me with whatever weapon he has. Clearly not a very experienced player. He would have had a javelin or something. Anyway, in this location where I'm in the back, a great location. If you have an AC, it's very hard in Terminal to find an ideal location to launch things like AC-130 or the chopper gunner. But that location there, right in the very back and prone, is a superb spot. And if you have it, try placing a claymore across one of the barriers, like the, you know what I mean, the detectors, the metal detectors or whatever, so that you have a little added protection and you're not going to die, especially if you're going for super high kills. So again, I choose a location, I'm waiting. I notice that my team has been sort of flushed out from the other end, which tells me that the enemy is going there, so that's where I focus my attention. And now I'm taking a safe cover until I get pegged in the head. So again, you know, nothing's for sure in these games. You're going to get killed once in a while. Yes, you can get considerably higher kills. I mean, I think my run and gun series for this one, I get higher kills than I do in this. The purpose here is not to show you the absolute best game. This is not the best game that someone's going to have. This is just showing you some strategies on what you can do in order to achieve. If you want to combine tactical, doing this, not that, what I just showed you there, which is dying, but you know what I mean, showing you how to defend a corner, then running and moving, that's fine. You could probably even use the UMP if you wanted to. Just pulse fire it, and you should be able to get some kills as well. Or the SCAR would be ideal for run and gun and then tactical, or tamping, tactical tamping. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. For more strategies and tactics on Modern Warfare 2, stay tuned to Machinima Respawn, or visit nextgentactics.com.
Hey guys, I'm playing on Terminal Domination. This is Corey, and I've tried a couple times to make this commentary, and I actually wrote down my thoughts because I couldn't process them. So, I'm playing Domination, and I'm not capturing anything. I'm going to show you guys some tips throughout this video on how to get a lot of kills on this map, Terminal. Oh, God bless me. Alright. Sure, you guys would have said it. Alright, Harriers go here, Predator goes there. Alright, next thing. I'm using the ACR with red dot. Many of you may have mixed opinions on the ACR, whether you like it or not. I never really liked the ACR until I got red dot, and then I started warming up to it a bit. And this is actually my first game of the day, and I never really did good with the ACR until this game. So that was pretty awesome. And My kill streaks, as you already can see, are Predator Missile, Harriers, Chopper Gunner. My gun, I already mentioned my perks. I have Scavenger Pro, Ninja Pro, and Stopping Power Pro. As you can see, I'm wrecking kids with the Chopper Gunner, which isn't very hard because the Chopper Gunner is ridiculously powered. Speaking of ridiculously powered guns, moving on to the Rangers versus Models part of the video. What do you guys think? You can post a comment, I read them. And if you're posting a basher comment, I'm not even going to reply, so don't bother. So what do you guys think about Rangers versus Models? Do you think Rangers are less powerful or more powerful? And do you think that you hate people equally for using Rangers as equally as you hate people for using Models? My personal opinion, I hate people equally for using Rangers and Models because I hate both the guns. Just the people who use them. And I also hate Models equally, but I think that the Models are ridiculously more powered than the Rangers. Which makes sense because Models are unlocked at a later level. But Models completely, I can't talk, make the game so unbalanced. My personal opinion. You can have your own, but just letting you know, people are going to hate you if you use Models or Rangers. So, if I were you, and I don't use Models or Rangers, but if you are going to use one or the other, I suggest using Models because people are still going to hate you if you use Rangers. Now, I think the only time people actually use Rangers instead of Models is when they aren't a high enough level to use Models. Right there, you saw me trying to go up the escalator. That was retarded of me. That was like the only retarded part in the whole video. Moving on to another thing I wanted to go over. The third perk. Now, third perks are usually crap. Like, half the third perks you'll never use, and if you do use them, you're just like testing them. The top 3 third perks are probably Scrambler Pro, Steady Aim Pro, Ninja Pro. Even though Scrambler, I think, is pretty horrible. Pros and cons to it are, Scrambler can help you confuse the enemy and make them believe that there's more people there than there actually are. But what it also will do is, say you're playing like Hardcore Search, or Ricochet, or whatever the hell, it's going to make people know your general area. And when you press back in Search, it says how many people are dead and how many people are alive. And if they know that there's one guy alive and they're showing 10 dots on the radar, all it does is show them your general area. Steady Aim Pro, it's good for snipers sometimes. Like, I don't know if it's really necessary unless you need longer breaths when you're a sniper or whatever. But I would also use it for guns like light machine guns, stuff like that, and guns that I'm not using grip on when they're light machine gun. Because when I try to hit fire with that, it goes everywhere and you can't shoot a person from 5 feet away, which can suck. So, steady aim can be helpful in that sort of category, but overall it's not the greatest of the perks because it doesn't really help all that much. Ninja Pro, you can like be stealthy, get on people's asses without them knowing, and just stab them right in the back, and they won't even hear you coming. And normal ninja makes it so you don't appear on those shitty heartbeat sensors or radars or whatever, which can help a lot. And please don't correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's right. And yeah, that really helps a lot. And that's probably one of the most helpful perks because they don't see you coming. Because if they see a red dot on the radar behind them, they're going to turn around and completely mow you down with 12, like, you're going to be outnumbered by 12 more people than you have. So, you're just going to get mowed down and it's not going to help. So overall, I believe that Ninja Pro is probably the best perk you could use. You know, it's the thing that's better about it is it doesn't really have any cons to it. You can use it in any game type and it'll help. You know, search and destroy will give you that really stealthy advantage on trying to plant the bomb, or very stealthy in defense. Domination, they just don't hear you coming up behind them to flank their team. Stuff like that. Capturing objectives if that's what you do. And Scrambler, you know, it has its cons. Steady aim has its cons because steady aim isn't even that great. I used to use steady aim instead of Ninja because I thought Ninja was a waste of a perk, but then I realized Ninja's probably the best way to go for your third perk. So in my opinion, if you're going to use a third perk, you can't go wrong using Ninja. Now, I've been hearing many things about whether you should capture the objectives or not. I think I may have already gone over this, but I think my opinion has maybe changed a bit since then. And I think that if your teammate isn't there trying to capture an objective and they want to play objective games, they should have the right to. Now, obviously, I'm kind of helping my teammates by killing off their numbers a bit. And of course, they respawn immediately, but still, it helps. And I wish I got the Harrier right there, but if your teammate's trying to capture an objective and you're there, you should definitely help them capture the objective, because they deserve that. Because if you're not there helping them capture the objective, then they're basically going to get shot, and oh well, and for them. It's only it's in domination that you really will get like 60 kills, because in team deathmatch, your teammates get a lot of kills too, and their kills actually count towards the score. In domination, like your kills don't count towards the score, so you can get as many kills as you want, and the game's still gonna go by as equally fast as usual. That's why people can debate whether domination's as skilled as a normal game or less skilled, because it's easier to get kills in this game, it seems. But you know, it's very, you know, it's just an opinion you can have. You know, if my teammates capturing B and I'm at B, I'm not gonna run across the map to help them, but my teammates at B and I'm right there, I'm gonna help them grab B, because that's what you should do to your teammate, and that's what you should do, you know? I hope you guys agree with me on that, because if you're not going to help your teammates capture an objective, then you shouldn't be playing domination. You should be playing team deathmatch, because you can still get kills in that. It's just, I sound like a hypocrite right now because I haven't tried even capturing one objective this whole game. It's because I was around 50-something kills and I wanted to get more. So I decided I'm going to keep at it. This is about the end of the commentary. We got about 20 seconds left. So, you know, it's just something to think about, all that. Rangers versus models, your third perk, domination. Good game here, 67-17. Very positive. And I was really happy with it, so there's my YouTube. I'll see you all next time.
Hello there. My name is Hutch, and I make generally Call of Duty videos and put them on the internet. And on a side note, Lost starts in like a week here, and I'm fucking losing sleep. I'm stoked. I'm really excited about that show. Do you guys like that show? It's amazing. What's the deal with Locke and Jacob and Ben? And did they blow it up and start the past all over again? I don't know. Really like Lost. So today's episode of Camp Hutch is going to be featuring gameplay from my friend John. His gamer tag is S&Ds. He's a former competitive Team Fortress 2 player. He's won some championships, some tournaments, things like that. So he knows his way around the PC side of gaming. But I wanted to pick his pretty little brain apart and ask him how he felt those skills transferred over to playing Modern Warfare 2 on console. And he's provided us with a really awesome game of free-for-all on a wasteland where he gets an awesome score. So hope you guys enjoy the video and let me know what you think. I'm going to go think about Lost and be really excited. And I've asked my friend John to come on and talk about his sniping with me, but his gamer tag is S&Ds. What's going on, John?
Not much, man. How are you? Thanks for bringing me around.
I'm doing pretty good. This is take 4 of the commentary, so I feel like we're pretty warmed up at this point. We better get this right.
I'm failing. I'm doing my best. Doing my best.
Try your best, but you can't succeed. You get what you want, but not what you need. You know, stuck in reverse. It's a little Coldplay for you. So why don't you qualify yourself a little bit? Where did you get your start in first-person gaming?
I started with Counter-Strike 1.5, then I moved to 1.6, and then I played a lot of competitive Counter-Strike Source, and went to Team Fortress 2, was there for about a year, and now I'm playing Call of Duty on Xbox.
So were you like a professional gamer with Counter-Strike and Team Fortress, or was it just more of like a pub thing for you?
Team Fortress 2, I would have considered myself a professional gamer, I guess, because I made some money playing it. Back when I was playing Counter-Strike, there wasn't a lot of money to be won, so I wouldn't really classify it as being a professional gamer, but I mean, you'd win a couple $100s for winning a tournament back then. Nothing like it is now.
Right. And I am going to ask you the same question that I asked APL Fisher. I had him on last week, but what can you think of anything that you learned in PC gaming, like specifically with regards to first-person shooters that carried over to console, that helped you out making that transition between keyboard and mouse to dual analog sticks?
Basically, just don't follow the stereotypes that people give. In the Team Fortress 2 community in particular, if you shoot somebody, if you're sniping anyways, and you shoot somebody in the body, it's generally frowned upon because that's not the elite way to kill somebody. You obviously just want to kill them with a headshot all the time. And from playing Call of Duty now, I really see how little where you shoot the person matters. Shoot them in the body, shoot them in the head, shoot them in the leg, it doesn't really matter.
Well, the leg it does. If you shoot them in the leg or the arm, then you're not going to get a one-shot probably unless they've already taken damage. But if you have stopping power on and you're using the Barrett or the intervention, then you'll get a one-shot kill from the stomach or higher, you know, disregarding arms. But yeah, when I first started posting videos on YouTube like a year ago, I used to make these little montages, and I would have, you know, a lot of body shots in them. And I saw a lot of comments saying, dude, most of these are body shots, why would you even post this? And I was just kind of like confused at the time, like, what? I don't understand that logic at all. They're dead. What does it matter if I hit them in the head? I mean, that's just like, I don't need blue tiger camo, you know?
That's the way it seems to be with a lot of people is the hard scoping, quick scoping debate you have, the no scoping, all of that stuff. People don't understand that your job is to kill somebody and nothing more.
Right. I actually don't give a shit about. I mean, like, I had an optic in front of my name for a while. You know, I was part of that sniping team, and like their big thing was quick scoping. But I think people just assume that I quick scope every single time. But if you watch my own gameplays, like I quick scope maybe 3 or 4 times in a match. You know, most of them are drag scopes. So,
I mean, hard scoping I find is just as efficient. There's just certain scenarios when a quick scope is the way to go. But people who run around doing it all the time are not going to be as successful.
Right. Then you're just kind of trying to prove a point, and you know, it's just kind of foolish, I think. But let's talk about the gameplay. What do you think of the map Wasteland? Did you ever play Call of Duty 2 or Call of Duty? Apparently, this is a remake of a Call of Duty 1 map, but I never played Call of Duty 1. I did download Call of Duty Classic, which is a remake of Call of Duty 1 for the Xbox Live Arcade, and it is fucking horseshit. It is terrible. So I would recommend that you not download that. But in Call of Duty 2, because that's what I'm familiar with, they had a map called Breakcourt, and Wasteland is actually a remake of that map. So, okay, I'm done talking. What do you think? What do you think of this map? Like, what strategies would you have to offer someone if they were having some problems with this map?
If you're sniping, you definitely want to stay away from the little underground tunnels there, and you kind of want to circle the perimeter of the map because you know you can't really cover your flanks if you're standing in the middle of the map with a sniper rifle, and getting shot from behind is generally should be your biggest fear when you're using a sniper rifle.
And what about just specific techniques in general in terms of like just having a better shot with sniping? I mean, do you think it's an issue of sensitivity? Do you think it's an issue of map awareness of what your eyes can spot and how quickly you can respond to that? Do you think it's a combination of a bunch of different things? Like, in your experience, you know, coming from a Team Fortress Counter-Strike player, you know, like what are there certain principles that kind of apply across the board when it comes to sniping in a first-person shooter?
The biggest thing with the sensitivity is a lot of people assume that either higher or lower is better. Like, you know, every person has their own opinion, but what it really comes down to is what's most comfortable for you. There really is no right or wrong answer. I mean, you have some people on console that'll play on a 10 sensitivity and do really well, and then you have other people, you know, that'll play on 2. And it's really all a matter of preference and what is comfortable for you.
Yeah. I bumped my sensitivity up to, when I was playing World of War, I bumped it up really high to like 8 or 9, and I played on that for months, and then kind of took it down to like 5 or 6. But ever since then, I can't go back to something like 2 or 3 sensitivity. Like if I'm getting rushed from behind, I want to be able to just spin my analog stick and just meet that guy head on, you know. That's just...
Yeah, I generally play on 5 sensitivity. I think it's the perfect medium between the two, right in the middle.
Right. And
I'll snipe on 7 though.
And you kind of have the same philosophy that I do. I generally like to snipe on a higher sensitivity than I do when I'm using a submachine gun or an assault rifle, because I like to do a lot of drag scopes, and if you have a higher sensitivity, it actually makes your job a lot easier. And you're also using these FPS Freak analog add-ons, right?
Absolutely. I think they're fantastic.
I just bought those like a week ago, and it took me about a day or 2 to really get used to them, but I'm really liking them now. Like, how do you think that they're helping you out?
I mean, you don't notice much with them at a lower sensitivity, because before I picked these up, I was playing on 4 or 5, and I really like the precision that you can get with a lower sensitivity. But with the extension that the FPS Freaks give you on your analog stick, you can get that kind of precision with a higher sensitivity.
Yeah.
So they definitely do their job.
Right, I already talked about
Definitely
it before,
worth
but
$10.
I already talked about it before, but I was able to bump up my sensitivity to 8 in the last couple days using these FPS Freak add-ons things, and I'm able to get really precise shots, and my accuracy is pretty decent on 8, which I was struggling with for a while. So they're doing something right.
Yeah, they're definitely worth $10. I think a lot more people should give them a look. I mean, if you don't like them, it's really only $10.
Right. Well, I think
worth a shot.
I think technically they're like, what are they, like $7 and then $3 for shipping or something like that. But
yeah, I mean, worth every penny in my opinion.
So do you play any other console games at the moment, or is it strictly Call of Duty?
For the most part, Call of Duty. I have Dragon Age Origins. I've been playing that a little bit, but for the most part, it's just Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4.
And what do you think is the biggest strength that Modern Warfare 2 has to offer? Like, what do you think why do you think that this game is such a juggernaut, you know?
I mean, obviously Call of Duty 4 was one of the greatest games ever made, and this game just kind of built on top of it. There's some differences that people don't agree with, but all of the customization that this game has in comparison to COD 4 is what really makes it shine, I think. The pro perks and all of that good stuff.
Right. I tend to agree with you. I like this game. So
I love this game.
So your final score was 30-4, and if you get nearly more than a 6-to-1 KD sniping in a free for all, then you're doing something right. So
I agree. I agree with you.
Well, his YouTube is Swin, right?
Sinwin, SYNWYN.
I'll put it there on the screen for you guys to see. If you like this kind of gameplay and his beautiful, sexy, sultry voice, his commentary, then go check out his channel. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, fine sir.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter. There you'll find the latest updates from our premier directors and the Machinima Respawn team.